Oh, and she can be stunned. I need to stun her then too. Fucking lag spike. I don't know what's going on with that. Denounced. Alright. It's annoying the Holy Paladin's just refusing to fucking heal me. That's why he's brought here. So much for do no harm. Doing harm by being worthless. Wonder how he didn't give in to the curse of the flesh.
I am beaten. You are indeed worthy. Were Tyr alive, he would make you his champion. I hereby bestow Truthguard upon you. Use it to defend Azeroth from its enemies.
Oh, we get his sword, okay. Thought his sword seemed familiar to me. Fuck yeah! That does look awesome.
I am weary. With a worthy successor, my long vigil is at an end.
They never did explain the runes here.
And justice, champion. In Tyr's name.
Amazing! Good to see the shield in your hands. Me and Kit will head to Dalaran and report to Tyrosus. My hippogriff's outside.
That is hysterical. Oh, I love it. They have to bubble heart. That is beautiful. You know what? Doing the same thing. That's beautiful. Bit of it feels a little I don't want to say inappropriate, but it's like such a serious scene that it just comes out with a fucking bubble heart, which is a little strange, but whatever. Also, it's kind of sad. Oh wait, you get this. It's a cloaking thing. I was going to say it's kind of sad we only get 2 things. Well, no, we get fucking 3, but one's not really something I care for. I just want a fucking mech, because it just wrecks everything. Because it was really powerful in that one quest, and they haven't toned it down. Alright, he says to meet in Dalaran. Well, no, day 2 will head to Dalaran and port to Tyros. Will be... they're like taking the portal over here. I'm excited. I'm glad to finally have these done. We'll have more reading to do in a moment. I'm heartened by that your quest has been a success, Palnai. We've been waiting your return. Unlike last time, it only took you like 20 minutes. Well done.
May the light give you strength.
That's... like there's, you know, actually in 7.2 isn't there quests for protect, like everyone gets a different garrison person? Like, actually maybe it's one paladins get him, all paladins get this guy. Yeah, that's how it works. For a moment I thought it was dependent on your spec. But no, that's not the case. I wonder why this guy has... Ah, he does sell stuff now. Now, so what? Allows your divine steed to be your golden charger, but it's exclusive with these. I'm not sure what that means in the slightest. It's a glyph of some sort. I think it might be a glyph. I don't know what you call it, but if we get all the artifact traits for all the different weapons, we get stuff. We can get these. So if I switch to Retribution, maybe you just won't acknowledge it till you're actually wielding it. It's so easy to miss this guy.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I can get this now.
Safe travels.
Now I have High Lord's Vengeful Charger, and that is a cool little thing there. What's he so mad about? Ooh, this is like a Blood Knight thing. If you look at the side, it's kind of a Blood Knighty thing. That's cool. Let's wield this guy for use this guy for a bit. So let us switch specs to let's look at protection. This should go for a little bit. Let's have a quick look here. Christ, now I'm feeling excited, you know, looking at all this, thinking like, oh yeah, cool, we get to do all this, and then it's just like, I'm dying inside. So much work. Now let us switch to Holy, and have a look at that one. And we by default get 100 artifact power, so Virtues of Light. Two holy and a life. Then the other was like a two holy and an iron, or a holy, iron, and fire. Can't remember. But here's all these. I've little interest in these other specs. I just feel overwhelmed because I've never really bothered with these other stuff. I was never good at healing, and then when it came to tanking, I never tried it. I felt like I wouldn't be good at it, and I don't like not being good at something. So I was just like, fuck it, not trying, not even bothering. Because I don't think, but I could, you know, basically I focus on the what if I'm wrong rather than what if I'm right bit. Also, I'm just looking at this. At least from what we can see, it just looks like the same picture, just darkened slightly. Actually, no, they have a hood and they don't. It kind of makes sense. They're all broken. Broken. They honestly look similar, but actually, I think these might have a slightly different facial structure. Then again, it's so dark I can't tell. But regardless, actually, let's not switch back just yet. Yeah, it just felt like they reused the pick and just darkened it slightly. Which feels a little cheap. Oh, and you see our tank floating here. It's kind of disappointing you can't see like the other weapons floating here as well. But anyway, we remove kings. Okay. Silver hand. Truthguard. Many have tried to break Truthguard. Radical Warbringers, mighty giants, and even the wicked minions of the old gods. But this shield has turned them all aside, and not a scratch mars its gleaming surface. But Truthguard is more than just a simple armament. It is the embodiment of justice, nobility, and honor. Bear this shield as you would a torch in the darkness. Bring light to those without hope, and burn away the shadows that seek to engulf the world in death and despair. Earthen poems and Vrykul epic sagas speak of Truthguard emerging in a time of war, when armies forged of iron marched across the north, and even made even mountains tremble. The main aggressors of this war were the fearsome winter-scorn Vrykul. Their goal was to dominate the land surrounding Ulduar, and put all who opposed them to the blade. The Winter Scorn were a people who relished violence, and few relished it more than Yrgrim. He stood as the clan's bloody vanguard, leading brutal raids against the good-natured Urten who dwelled in the region. Strange that someone so obsessed with wanton killing would one day wield Truthguard as a symbol of justice and honour, but the path that fate weaves are often strange. From a set of earthen tablets named the Winterscorn War, the clang of sword against shield rumbled like thunder through the cavern. Mouth tapping. Yes, I'm recording locally! I was so worried. Locally. Oakley, recording locally. 40, 70, 0, 30, 60, 90, 20, 50, 80, 1, 4, 7. I'm getting myself a job on a number station yet. The clang of sword against shield rumbled like thunder through the cavern. The Winterscorn's enchanted blades cleaved through the earth and stone skin with ease, lopping off limb and sending heads rolling. When the Tidescorn cornered the few surviving Earthen at the back of the cavern, the lead Vrykul charged forward with his sword poised to strike. His body came apart before the... Oh, sorry, I got puzzled there, because wasn't the lead Vrykul, like here it says... Oh no, he roused it more than any other others. He wasn't the lead one. Alright. I assumed he would have been. The lead Vrykul charged forward with his his sword poised to strike. His body came apart before he ever reached his prey. Another Tidescorn had to cut him down. He moved quick as lightning then, his sword arcing through the rest of his warrior kin. Follow me and live, the Vrykul said after his killing was done. Stay, and this place will be your tomb. Later the Earth asked this Yrgrim why he had saved him. The battle lust had lifted from my eyes, and I have seen truth, Yrgrim replied. Killing for the sake of killing, conquering for the sake of conquest. There's no honor in such things. There's only shame and regret. Yrgrim led the Earthen survivors to Keeper Tyr, the one being he believed could save them from the Winterscorn. The Vrykul warrior did not expect a reward for doing so. Quite the opposite. Yrgrim had murdered scores of innocent Earthen, and he told Yrgrim would execute him for his transgressions. According to one Vrykul legend, these are the words Tyr spoke to Yrgrim. I cannot wash the blood from your hands. No one can. All I can offer you is a way forward. Stand by my side, hunt the wicked with the same ferocity you once used to hunt the Earthen. Do this, and you'll find the path to redemption. On that day, Yrgrim swore an oath to the Twin Moons that he would serve Tyr, and embody his noble ideals. In return, the Keeper gifted to the Vrykul with a shield unlike any ever made. Its name was Truthguard. From Vrykul's saga, The Forging of Truthguard. In 3 strikes it took Keeper Arcadius to shape Truthguard. With the first hammer fall, rivers of magma spilled from the icy mountains. With the second, the sky howled and lightning set the heavens aflame. With the third, a single ray of sunlight pierced the storm clouds and whispered over Truthguard's surface. From afar, Keeper Tyr and the giantess Anya watched the work unfold. They had each given of themselves to make the Truthguard. The Tyr had chiseled off a piece of his silver hand to imbue the shield with righteous power. Arnanya had hewn a stone disc from her hide and etched it with runes of protection. Truthguard saw its first battle in the waning days of the Winterscorn War. While searching the frozen wastes for Earthen whom he could lead to safety, Yrgrim stumbled across a small raiding party of Winterscorn. The Vrykul knew of the deserter. They cursed Yrgrim's name and howled for his blood. Yrgrim calmly offered a challenge. If any Vrykul could knock the shield from his grip, he would surrender. But if the Winterscorn failed, they would lay down his arms and listen to Yrgrim's words. One after another, the Vrykul charged for Yrgrim, and their enchanted blades glanced off the Truthguard without making so much as a dent. You fail because you fight for cruelty and injustice, Yrgrim said to the bewildered Vrykul. So long as such wicked thoughts guide your hand, you'll never become the champions you hope to be. He then told him of all he had learned from Tyr, of the noble tenets of justice that now governed his life. and one after another, the Vrykul joined Yurgrim's cause, and cast their enchanted blades aside. Honestly, I would have kept those enchanted blades. They sounded powerful. Just use them to hurt other people. Like, remember, they just, like, hacked it. Like, Yurgrim just used them to hack right through people. Like the other Vrykul. He could be useful. But then again, a symbolic shedding of the ways. The Winterscorn War was only a symptom of a much greater problem. Keeper Woken. He'd fallen to darkness and imprisoned many of his foe keepers within the hallowed halls of Ulduar. But why had he done such terrible things? What could have driven such a noble being like Woken to abuse his power? Truthguard found some of the answers. At Tyr's behest, Yurgrim stalked the outskirts of Ulduar with his shield, confronted a number of Woken's servants. Some were massive fire giants, a few others were iron-skinned Vrykul, whose only purpose was dealing death. Yurgrim bested them, one and all. When his opponents were on their knees, he forced them to look at their own reflections in Truthguard's surface. The shield's righteous power caused the lies and half-truths that clouded their minds to melt away. They saw for the first time. The Woken had used them as his pawns. Yurgrim, his adversaries, revealed many details about the fallen keeper, but one was more troubling than the rest. Woken has come to Yogg-Saron, the malevolent old god shackled within Ulduar. An excerpt from an unfinished book on the dwarves' origins by royal historian Arconius. Tyr vowed to defeat Keeper Woken, but he needed time to plan. He also needed to find refuge for innocent earthen mechanomes and Vrykul who dwelled around Ulduar. As Tyr led these creatures south in search of a safe haven, he ordered his old servant Yurgrim to stay behind. The noble Vrykul would hold off any of Woken's minions who tried to prevent the refugees from fleeing. Yurgrim, fabled Truthguard in hand, obeyed his master. It was the last time he would see Tyr alive. 3 fire giants soon emerged to hunt down the refugees, but Yurgrim barred the way. They swarmed the lone Vrykul and battered Truthguard. Not even the fists of giants could dent the shield. Yurgrim waited until his foes wore themselves ragged against Truthguard, then he went on the offensive. He slammed the shield against the giants until their molten bodies crumbled and their blood ran like rivers of fire over the land. Why he didn't make them see the truth and join him in his defense, everyone asks. While Yurgrim battled the fire giants, Keeper Woken unleashed ancient horrors who had been locked within Ulduar. These were the Kerdraxi, monstrous servants of the old gods. They crawled from their underground chambers and slipped past Yurgrim, eager to eliminate Tyr and his motley followers. Yurgrim sensed the Kerdraxi's foul presence as he passed by, and he raced south in pursuit of these creatures. By the time he finally caught up to them, it was too late. Yurgrim stood against the Kerdraxi alone, and he paid the ultimate price to defeat them. His followers would name the site of his valiant sacrifice Tyr's Fall, which in Vrykul tongue translates to Tyr's Fall. Yurgrim laid the final stone of the tomb. Yurgrim laid the first stone of the tomb that would serve as Tyr's final resting place. He and his allies laboured over the construction in silence, their hearts filled with bittersweet reverence. When the work was done, the refugees set off south in search of safe haven, but Yurgrim did not follow. He jammed his Truthguard into the earth and swore to stand vigil over his master's tomb. It was the least he could do to honour Tyr's sacrifice. Moved by Yurgrim's decision, the other Vrykul joined them. For many years, Yurgrim remained in Tirisfal with Truthguard at his side. He urged his allies to dedicate themselves to the pursuit of justice and nobility, just as he had. In this way, Tyr's ideals would live on in more than just stories. They would live on through the actions of Yurgrim, the other Vrykul. Once Yurgrim had taught that the Tirisfal Vrykul all he could, he departed from the region. His battles had whittled away at his iron hide, and he longed to find a noble champion who could take up Truthguard. Yurgrim's quest eventually led him and a great shield to land known as Stormheim. Stormheim was home to many mighty Vrykul, and Yurgrim was sure he could find someone capable of bearing Truthguard. He constructed an arena to test the mettle of the local fighters. Challenger after challenger faced off against Yurgrim, but none could meet his high standards. In time, no one remained to face Yurgrim's trials. He abandoned his arena, but not his search. He held on to hope that he would find a successor someday. Yurgrim built a vast tomb and locked himself within. There he waited for a hero, someone of strong will and pure heart, someone worthy of bearing Truthguard, as Tyr would have wanted. And I must go and feed the kitten. I must go feed the baby. So I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks, and I'll be back soon to record more. I'm actually curious. This is on artifact level 50. Oh Christ! I get a single And the damage dealt is increased for every trait purchased. That's interesting. Is that the same with Ashbringer? Because I never noticed that before. I only know the stamina one. Where the fuck is Ashbringer? Oh, it's auto-equipped? Oh, do I just have to change specs now? That's fantastic. No, it's only stamina. That's disappointing, but sure. Those icons are glitching out. Huh, weird. But yeah, if I get a single artifact power thing, I can instantly boost one of those weapons up a katana levels. Instantly. Sadly, there's none here. I'm not inclined to just send people out and waste order resources. Gold I don't really care for. But there's the lore. There's the lore behind all these weapons. I'm curious, if I log off, and if I log back in, will I get a quest for the other stuff? Or since I did one of them, am I locked into only doing that one? Like, since I did the... It's weird lagging here. It's never lagged before. Not in this machine. Eh. Like, maybe I can't do the other ones because I've already done the... Retribution Paladin ones. Which is disappointing because then that story's left unfinished. I was figuring that wouldn't be the case. Like, I was figuring I could do them all, but maybe that's not. Maybe that's not the case. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks. I'm gonna have to go. The cat's getting insistent. But I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this series, and I do hope you join me for more of it. I will be... not really sure what I'll be doing next in Legion. I will be looking into seeing if I can't do any of these other quests for the artifacts. I'll be looking into that. I may look into getting more artifact power for Ashbringer. I may also look into getting higher item level in general. Regrettably, I'm only really... Wait, that person was called Lightbringer. I'm looking that up before I go. Lightbringer. Okay, complete the Argus achievements. And Fell Heart of Argus. Oh, we must get a fourth power from completing the raid. Did someone already do it? Get to Exalted with them. Find all these hidden treasures. Defeat each of the following Legion generals by completing each of the scenarios. Defeat the following bosses. There. Yeah, someone's already killed that boss. Ooh, I got 2 messages on my phone. Nothing significant. And to get to Exalt with Augustian Reach, kill those commanders. My mom sent me a text on Tuesday. I've only gotten it now. Bloody hell. Phone's bollocks. Today's Thursday. Sent it on at 3 p.m. On Tuesday. Get it at nearly 7 a.m. on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Thursday at nearly 7 p.m. is when I get it. Bloody hell. But yeah, do these and you get known as the Lightbringer. Wasn't that what Uther was called? Cool. I kind of feel like I need to go do that now myself. But, yeah, he's called the Lightbringer. Lady Maria Fordring. Fordring? Fordring. I don't know how you say it. don't remember this one. High Kairos of Stormwind, patron of the refugees who fled Lordaeron after the First War. She was the bright mother of her future. May she rest in the light. Mara Fordring. Huh. I did not recognize that name at all. It's also kind of weird how some of them have bits of color to them, while others don't. It's very, very strange. Also, here's Murad. He died in Draenor. He always sought to protect those who could not protect themselves. Murad paid the ultimate sacrifice in Draenor to save one of her own, after swearing he wished he committed genocide. He was talking in anger, but I didn't realize it was our Murad. At the time, I didn't realize it was our Murad. I thought it was Draenor's Murad. I didn't realize he'd come through the portal with us. I thought it was like alternate universe Murad rather than our one. Like we had alternate universe Velen. So I figured that was their one, and all that we saw of him was, I want to commit genocide. Again, he would be speaking out of anger, not regardless of which iteration it was. But it was just like, I know, that one little exchange is all that stuck out to me to the character. I didn't really remember him in Draenor beyond that. So it just, yeah, that's like the most defining characteristic I remember of him. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks, and I do hope you join me again. Wait, did I just get that? Yeah, it's this guy, Stillblade here. He also gives this. That's cool. So anyway, I sincerely... Avengers battle set gear. Oh, cool. They've this all done up here. Avengers battle gear set. That's cute. I like it. I sincerely do hope you've enjoyed this thing. Like I said, I don't know what I'll be doing in the future. Oh, that is a nice design. Ooh. But I'm not sure what I'll be doing in the future. For this, I will be going and doing the raid on Argus, but beyond that, I'm not sure what I'll be doing. Part of me is thinking like, you know, I should really get the Mage Tower thing done before the expansion, at least for Ashbringer. But at the same time, it's an incredibly difficult thing. I'm going to have to grind up Ashbringer to be a lot more powerful than it currently is. A lot more powerful. I'm going to have to get a ton more gear. People were talking about doing it at item level 900, but remember the skill concern? Yeah, I think they have more skill than I do, so they could do it at a lower point. Or maybe they just had an easier one. Always possible. But basically what I'm saying is I may need to get my item level to a higher thing than 900. Maybe get a few better legendaries, that kind of thing. Get 2 good legendaries, this kind of thing, before I could actually legitimately do it. So I'll have to set to work on that, that's what I'm saying. Let me start this again. We've done the storyline in Argus. We just have to go kill that one guy, and I think we're done. It was kind of jarring how they just kind of dropped the Void Elf thing with the other lady. We didn't see a continuation, we just saw the cutscene and that was it. Maybe someone else had the conversation with her and she disappeared. Like say if you talk to her, maybe someone had the conversation with her while I was stuck in the cutscene. I doubt that's the case though. But anyway, we finished the Argus stuff until we've done the raid. Then there's some more story, but beyond that, I'm not really sure what I'll be doing. I do want to look into those other quests to do with those artifact weapons, see if I can do anything there. I am thinking about getting some more item levels, so I can go do the Mage Tower thing, at least for Ashbringer, and I'll be seeing about getting some new legendaries and whatnot. but beyond that, I'm not really sure what I'll be doing. So, basically what I'm saying is, we're actually coming to the end of Legion. We're coming to the end of this expansion. And certainly to the end of my playthrough. If this expansion goes on for another year, let's say, God forbid, these episodes are going to probably peter off before the end of that. Probably. Who buddy knows? Maybe it'll take me the rest of the year to actually get the Mage Tower thing done. But I do hope you've enjoyed this journey with me so far. Certainly it's not over yet, there's still stuff left to do. I have to look into those artifact weapons, have to go do that raid, have to gear up a bit further in general. But you know, I think we're starting to peter out here, if you get me. We're starting to hit the end of it. There's only a little bit, one last push left, and we're done. So I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I do sincerely hope you join me for the last bit of it. Certainly, I may make it sound like there's only one episode left. No, there's probably like 20, 50 more. Like each episode's 20 minutes long. The grinding, going around queuing for dungeons, doing all this stuff. It's going to take a bit, but I think we're nearing the end, you know. So do hope you join me for that. And actually, just as a one side thing before I wrap up, next level. Now this is a level 2. So next time I get some of these artifact power increasers, I'm going to slap it on, like say when I get this one, I think I'm going to slap it on to one of the other weapons, just to rapidly boost it up. It's a nice catch-up mechanic, really. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks, as I've been saying, and I do hope you join me again for more. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comments, though keep in mind, I do have a substantial backlog. As I said at the start of this recording, I have over 200 episodes as of yesterday. Well, as of today, I'm excluding this recording and the last set. No, sorry, it was including last set, but including last set, but excluding this set. I have 201 episodes of a backlog, and that's full episodes as far as I remember. Yeah, it's full episodes. I'm 201 episodes, 201 days ahead of ye. And that's not including this set, which has gone on for like 5-6 hours, which is going to certainly boost it up a bit. So yeah, basically keep in mind, by the time I see your commentary, I've probably, if it's something you want me to do in game, it's probably gone on, like I'm probably long gone ahead. I'm not saying I won't do it, I'm not saying I don't want your commentary. Please let me know. Just if you don't expect me to do it in the next episode, or within a certain small time frame, realize that if you've said it here, I've probably recorded a fair bit more ahead. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Like, don't be insulted if I've don't get to what you suggested in a short frame of time. By the time, like, if you do comment, by the time I see it, it may be 2 months after this recording session. Well, let's just lowball it even, but actually it's probably better if I overball it. Let's say it's 5 months after I record this, I get to see your comment. There's been 5 months of possible work I've done here on a Legion. So just keep that in mind, that there's there's going to be that time difference. Ooh, and actually before we go, let's see this mount. It does look cool. I'm not sure if I dig the like the blue and the silver and all that. Maybe it's just the silver that I don't dig. I'm not sure, but it is a cool mount. Just don't think it's my kind of mount. Oh, and it's got blue hoof prints. Cool. That's cool. But, yeah, basically all I'm saying is just simply, I welcome your feedback. Just keep in mind the backlog. I might get to what you're saying within a small time frame. It might take me a while for me to record a new set after reading what you've said. Well, sorry, for the set I've recorded after reading what you've said. Let me think, what am I trying to say? Basically, I may read your set, read your commentary in February, let's say. But the episodes I come out of after taking your advice might come out to October, you know. So just keep that in mind. And anyway, maybe it will help someone else. So you know, even if it does, you know, even if I don't get to it quickly, or maybe if I already figured it out, you know, maybe it will help someone else. So it's all good all around. So yes, sorry. Like I was saying before, sometimes I get concerned and worried. I'm actually quite a shy, unconfident person. Being blunt here, I figure I may as well be. It makes my point clearer. I get worried constantly that I'm not making sense, and frequently, yeah, as you saw there, it comes out in me reiterating a point incessantly till I annoy myself enough that I shut the fuck up. So, on this note, as I've tried many a time, I think this is my 4th or 5th attempt at trying to end this, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be back soon to record more, but until then, I bid you farewell. And I do hope you join me for the rest of this series. Like I was saying, I don't think there's too much left to this. We've done the quest on Argus. There's just simply the raid and the result of it. There's something in Citadel, some Scar there now. I was saying, I've seen spoilers for it. Well, heard spoilers, haven't seen too much of it. Tried to remain somewhat spoiler free, which is why I'm not going to be having any beta content on my channel of Battle for Azeroth. You know, there's still that stuff, and I'm gonna keep working on the Mage Tower thing. But that's all in the you know, how much of, you know, how many videos are going to come out of all that is all up in the air. Because I might just say fuck it and give up on the Mage Tower thing. I might become utterly fixated and you have 600 episodes of me gearing for it. You know, we're near the final push. We just have to wait and see how much of a push is left to it, if you get me. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I do hope you enjoy me for more. I know when I'm talking about the final push and making it sound like there's nothing left, but believe me, there's going to be a bit more to it, but I just feel we're coming to the end, if you get me. It's not like, you know, I've just started Stormheim and, you know, I have all these left to go. I've this raid over here and the Mage Tower quest, and that's the only things I can think of left for me to do. I may try and get some more of the I'll be definitely doing that. I may try and, you know, get some more of the skins for the artifact weapons and shit like that, but I'm not sure right now. I may be bothered, I may not be. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So, till next time, folks, I bid you farewell. I'm actually going to end it this time. I'm just glad I have an editor right now, so I can easily just fuse these all together into one episode to, you know, spare you from a Part A mindless bitching. I really feel my Twitter handle is quite apt. I've changed, at least for the time being. I might change it by the time this comes out. Palnai, Herald of Bitching. I believe it's quite fitting. So, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this, and I'm gonna go now. See you next time, Space Cowboy.